Hello and welcome to the Guy Coffee podcast for the DC20 Unlocked series, brought to you by DriveCentric. For more information or to get signed up for the next DC20 event, go to drivecentric.com.
Let's brew!
What's going on, car guys and car gals? It's Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
And it's Fred Leonard, subprime hero.
And we are Brewing Solutions in the Guy Coffee podcast. Again, having another DC20 in the Brew DriveCentric headquarters. And we got a couple of new to the Car Guy Coffee show, but not new to brewing with us. We had the opportunity to brew live at the NADA event, and it was amazing.
Yeah,
this is the Hive Crew. What's going on?
What is
boys?
up?
What's up, guys? To see both of you up in here, having some fun.
Happy to have you
Welcome
guys
to
here.
St. Louis. Have you ever been out this way before?
We've been to
At the last one.
a couple drives. This is the third DriveCentric event.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And this particular event, you've had the chance to really get a lot deeper with the dealers, with the people that are the users. Really, that's really why we love this event.
Yeah, George and I were reminiscing the first DC20, so Hive that we created, right? We didn't know what DriveCentric thought of it, if they endorsed it or what the deal was. So we were quietly showing people the first one. And then the second one, they're I think they broke the ice. Why aren't you guys showing your cool stuff that you're working on? Right. And then this one we're officially sponsored. So this maturation process has been pretty cool.
And it's grown steady. That's awesome. Car guys, car gals, tag a car guy, tag a car gal, and share this around.
Make sure you get it out there, y'all.
We got some super geniuses that are up inside of this room, and they're making a lot of a buzz inside of the industry right now with so many different things that they're doing, including the 40 slightly over 40. Man,
It's too bad you're not eligible for that.
I am, guys. Believe it or not,
No,
because
you
I
are.
can't get the 40 under 40.
You are eligible.
Yes, I am barely,
Right.
Barely made it. But guys, tell us a little bit about the concept behind that. Why you even got into creating that opportunity?
I love it.
Yeah, we created that because out of spite. Because we never won 40 under 40.
Yeah.
No, partly it just is kind of a fun and play on words there because we never received the recognition that we feel that we deserved, and we realized there's a lot of other people like you guys who didn't either. So we created this for those of us who deserve a second chance.
Yes.
And I love that you did. Honestly, when I heard it, I thought it was great. I thought it was funny, but it was exactly what you just said. There's a lot of us that were like, man, I didn't get a chance to get that 40 under 40. Man, I wish I had a chance to win that 40 under 40. That would have been really cool because you see a lot of great people, friends of mine that have won the 40 under 40. And what comes with that? There's a lot of great recognition. There's a lot of great opportunities. And for one, it's something that I think most people look at as one of the highest awards you get when you're under 40 years old in automotive, which is pretty cool. I think that's a neat award. I've been following that award for many years, well over a decade. And I think it's great to see all the alumni that have come through there and how far they've gone in their careers. A lot of them are owners. A lot of them went into the vendor world and started their own businesses and doing things like that. But to have a place for people who are slightly over 40 or just over 40 in general, folks. I love the word slightly, but it's for all of us. Right? It doesn't matter how close you are.
It's all inclusive. You're over 40, you're good.
Yeah, you're good. And I love the way that you guys got your 40 finalists and then you decided to break it down into bracket style. It's March Madness, y'all. If you're not doing brackets right now, then you're missing a trend. So what made you inspired besides March Madness? What made you go, I'm going to do it this way?
We realized that once people started nominating and there was all this buzz about it, we realized a lot of people were having fun with this concept. And so we needed to find the 40 people who were 40, slightly over 40. So we took the number of nominations and narrowed it down by how many times people were nominated. But I felt there was still a little more fun to have. Let's put these people head to head and make this a competition. Because automotive is all about competition.
Yeah,
We got the LinkedIn polls with voting. You guys are actually both in the second round.
Yeah.
Your voting's coming up soon.
And I can't wait. And folks, be looking for my marketing. I'll be putting a big campaign. I'm still going through this. I'm going to make sure that you guys know when to vote and how to vote. I'm going to share the link, folks. But the key is also to go follow them. Go follow the Hive Analytics. I'm telling you, Hive Analytics is doing some big things. They are new. They're trying to get the word out there, and they're doing very smart way. They created a podcast, a fake podcast, which is great. It's not only giving you great information, but it's helping you laugh a little bit, making fun of themselves a hair, but yet at the same time bringing you information that you can use and utilize right now to be able to make a difference in your store. Their product is phenomenal. The people behind the product is second to none. So give them a shot. I got the website running. I'm going to have it running throughout the whole show. It's hiveanalytics.io. Go check them out. Get yourself set up for a demo, but follow them. Go to all their social. Go to LinkedIn. Check them out on LinkedIn. You guys don't have an Instagram, do you?
Not yet.
I know because I try to tag you guys to it and couldn't find it. So I suggest that you guys get an Instagram because there's people out there that want to see you guys on Instagram even. So
We're definitely going to pursue that. Yes, sir.
yeah, so do that. And this way everyone can share. But in the meanwhile, go to LinkedIn. That's the best place anyway. So go to LinkedIn, go follow them there, reach out to them, share their stuff to people that you may know that need what they have. And I promise you, it'll make a difference for you and for those people. So I'm glad you guys are here. Hive Analytics, what a cool name. I just got to ask, I don't know if I've asked this before, because I don't know the answer to it, but the name, how did that come about?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's going to take a little bit of runway here to explain this one. But
Okay, cool.
my original concept that I wanted to solve. So Hive solves problems, right? I think that's kind of like the core of any idea that has value out there. So the problem I was originally trying to solve is we still have a stupid problem in automotive where there'll be people out there clicking what do you call it? Like the fob, trying to find a car on the lot. And so I walked out of a meeting. It's a busy Friday afternoon, and you got all these salespeople, service people, like trying to find cars on the lot. And so the original concept, and you'll see the Bluetooth wings on our logo, is to put a beacon on every car. And while people are walking around the Hive app, it's like the hub, like where everything comes back together. And that's just to merchandise our cards better, be able to find them faster, but then collect a bunch of analytics about them. So how often, like merge, and this is still true on what we're doing now. Let's mash data together. Let's give it context. Let's aggregate it so there's better insights about it. It's an asset tracking kind of idea I had, and then COVID hit, and it became a really stupid idea. But then, because it's pretty easy to find cars when there's 4 out there.
Yeah, I know.
So so our dealer principal is actually an owner in Hive, and we were talking about bringing our analytics solution to market. And I asked him, like, what should we call it? Do you have any ideas? And he's like, that asset tracking thing is stupid, but the name and the logo are awesome. So go with that. So it still lives on. Yeah.
The name and the logo is pretty amazing, by the way. It's one of my favorite ones out there. Bam! You don't even have to see the name; you get an idea of what it is, and then when you hear the name, it all makes sense.
Yeah,
and,
that's right.
And I love great. Thanks for explaining that to everybody and to me. I love where it comes from. I love where it's going. I'm excited to see what it looks like 5 years from now. I know you guys are just beginning all this. I know it's been a body of work for a while, but it's just now starting to get marketed. It's just now starting to become a brand out there for people to be able to touch and feel and learn more about. And the best way for people to learn more about it is what?
I think, to demo it. It's one of these things that you have to see to really understand.
Gotcha.
Which I know that sounds a little bit cheesy, but it's true, right? We're telling stories through data and trying to simplify a very complex issue, which is we've got so many transactional kind of data points happening all over the place, whether it be our leads, our inventory movement, the statuses of our records are moving all the time. And we just believe you have to have a methodology and you have to have a consistent way about doing it so you know what the heck is going on, right?
Absolutely.
As marketers, if
Absolutely.
you feel like you just don't have enough gauges on your airplane, that was the problem we were trying to solve. When we go meet with our sales leaders, we wanted to have good integrity about what we were talking about, do it consistently. And we believe that has value to other people like us in marketing. But what we're finding, and events like this has been awesome because you'll talk to sales leaders and you'll talk to BDC leaders. We all have these same needs, but in different ways to shape the data to answer the questions we have. So that's been the biggest thing on this meeting or this particular DC20 is the complexion of people at this one are like our end users, and they intimately know what happens in the dealership, and we just want to help them articulate to tell that story and to move the needle for them.
I love it. You have a way of words, brother.
I do. Thank you.
You do. Speak more.
I've been working on it.
You have been, and I know you probably won't speak good words, but I know that being in front of cameras is definitely newer to you. You're one more so that likes to get things done and just make it happen. And you're getting yourself uncomfortable, like coming on podcasts, doing your own podcast, speaking on stages at NADA, doing all those things. But that's great for you. Right? And it's good because the information that you have is phenomenal. And I think a lot of people are going to understand what you're speaking and they're going to pick up what you put down. Right? Yeah. And that's key. The idea for people that are doing what we do when we're out there providing a service that helps other people get better at what they do, it's not just selling them stuff, it's giving them something in a lot of cases so that they do come back and want more. A lot of times you just got to give them a little taste of this coffee and they'll take a sip and be like, oh, I want the whole cup. Well, that comes with the little price tag. Right. But the samples are always free. I want to make sure they get a good sample and they understand how great it can be. And it's so crucial. Bye. The 800% crew is out of here, y'all. It's amazing. I love that crew. Jessica was on the show yesterday. She just waved to us. I love her, man. She's amazing.
I hope they left a little bit of their energy here.
Yeah. Great people.
They definitely made a big positive thing. I want to get back to, you did mention the gauges.
Oh, I love that.
Inside of a cockpit. I love that explanation and
It's a great
at least
explanation.
the metaphor in there. But inside of the cockpit, what we're recognizing is that we do want the gauges that tell us what we need to know, and we also want to simplify what could be a little cluttered. Could
Yeah.
be a lot. This is a lot. You have a lot of data that you guys compile, and there's only so much time a car guy has to analyze it and to know how to adjust and how to do what it is that they got to do. We love watching you in action yesterday, just watching you with all of the other car guys in the room, the users in the room, to start figuring out, okay, understanding it the way that you're seeing it, while at the same time, you're understanding it the way that they're seeing it,
Mhm.
and refining it to them. Because eventually, all of these tools have to work in a way that they get in the cockpit and they can use it.
Mhm.
How has been the process for you all to start refining down the things that you actually put forward? Because I'm sure there's some stuff that they got loaded to the table and then got, okay, let's move that off for now.
Yeah.
Let's move that. Let's simplify that.
Yeah, there needs to be an offset. So for me, George is my offset, Kat's
That's
my
awesome.
offset. I'll go crazy. My initial visualizations, like I've been comfortable enough to be like, I know this is a lot. Let's go find out. Makes sense to me, but let's refine this down. And I've never sold a car in my life. I like to say I've influenced thousands of them with our
You
marketing
have.
efforts.
There's no doubt you
But
have.
and I know what that recipe looks like in terms of how do we get the opportunity? What does that look like going down the pipeline? What's the downstream kind of cause and effects? And George, what do you help me out here? When we work together, let's translate this so everybody kind of gets it.
So the end user can understand and see what they need to do. And what we're learning through this is that you have to have a very kind of a detailed methodology of these are the things that you need to start to look at in the dashboards, and that you can take action on certain things to make big improvements very quickly. I train people to look for those specific things. Let's monitor these KPIs, try to get these things fixed, and then we can start peeling back down until we get to the core of all these issues. But yeah, if you follow a roadmap, you will find very quickly that there's a lot of things that it's a systemic problem within the automotive industry everywhere. And we know right away, whenever we talk to any dealer and look at their data, we know right away that we're going to see specific things that we can get them to pay attention to and address and have positive results just like that.
I love that. Colby Joyner's on here and he's saying, love these dudes. Sorry I couldn't
What's
be
up,
there.
Colby?
He did
My
mention
man.
Colby. We were hoping
Yeah,
to see you here. He goes, sorry I couldn't be there, but y'all are beast mode. Amen. You're right. All right. He says, Hive has been amazing for us and incredibly helpful for us
Oh,
and the team.
man. Yeah.
And that's the Cavender Auto Group, folks. If you guys don't know, now they're doing some big things. They're always ahead of the game. And obviously, if they're using a service like Hive has, then you know they know what's up. And Colby is one of those guys who loves this type of stuff.
Mhm.
So I can imagine he was probably a huge advocate.
I didn't have to explain that to Colby.
No,
No,
I
didn't
doubt
have to.
No, Kobe's the guy that's like, all right, hey, Kobe, you're so smart, bro. What do you think about this? You've heard about this. You've seen it. So he's always the guy we got to get a
Yeah.
comment on what he thinks of. But he does. He thinks highly of you guys, and rightfully so. You guys are awesome people, but you're also humble enough to say, I'm not really the car guy per se, but I'm here to use what I know to help you do what you got to do, which is ultimately all that we're all here to do, is to help empower each other to maximize the opportunities that we have. What is it like for you all being able to see the users, the dealers, any of the workers that use the product come in here and get the aha moments of, oh man, I can do something big time when I go back home. What is that like for you guys seeing that happen?
that's really encouraging. You see them, and you see their eyes get big and be like, okay, and you can start to see the wheels turning in their head about, oh, I need to start to look at these specific things. But I want to flip the script on that, because the flip side of that is we come to DriveCentric, this DC20 event, not only to show this, but to learn from them. And by the discussions and conversations we have with other people who are looking at other things that we're not looking at, it opens up our eyes like, oh, we need to look at those things too. And it inspires us to be better. And that's what I love about this event. Everybody's inspiring everybody to do things better, look at a different perspective that you may have not been considering, and you're going to learn and you're going to get better.
All reasons you should be a decent woman.
Yeah, sure.
Reminder.
I love that. Colby says here, what I enjoy most is the ability to talk to them about what's possible, and they get it. And they get it. I know, Colby, we all seen how big your head is, so obviously he's super smart.
Oh, man.
It's my boy. I can say that, right? He knows how much I love him. That's my homie. But it is big. I can't put a hat on him. That's why you don't wear them. But
Jeez.
Yeah, but bucket. But the Colby, I love you, bro. Super smart, man. Like his head matches his brain, dude. There's no doubt about it. One of the most intelligent guys I ever have a conversation with. I love how he can break things down analytically. And it's just for him to say stuff like this, I know that he means it. Like when he finds partners in this industry that can help him be able to translate what he says into English too, it makes it so much better, right? Because he does speak a different language. He's very smart. But I love you, Colby. Big head and all. Let's go.
But understanding the language is
He says it's true.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But understanding the language is critical, and understanding the language of each of the dealers or each of the users of them
right.
and their dialects and how they handle and what they use it for. Because not every dealer is looking at the same thing or has the same objectives.
Yeah.
And
That's
across the board, you're learning so much, and you do. You probably I've watched you guys have your actually. Almost like you see yourself writing the note.
That's
down.
a good idea.
Like, oh man, that was good.
Mhm.
And it is, these aha moments happen. That's why it is important for you all that are listening, or for you all that are watching this in the replay, watching this live, to be at these events. Find the time to make sure that you do carve out the opportunities for yourself to get better and for you to maximize what you have inside of your hands, because we've seen a lot of tools just collect dust,
right,
and not be used. You guys help to make sure that everybody recognizes what's being used and what's not working. Because so many times we'll continue down a path that's just the path we've been going on. It's not getting us anywhere. We're just treading water because this is the way it's been.
We don't want our product to be like that either.
Right,
So it's
exactly.
fun to go. There's a lot of problems that dealers already know they have. And when we talk to them, they've just never been able to quantify it or correlate it with other things that they're trying to achieve. So that's so fun at the start. Yeah, you're right. And now we can quantify it. Now let's work on it by doing these couple tactics.
Right.
And then we're gonna monitor that over time and see if it has a desired outcome. And luckily for us, we're very confident because we've swum in that ocean before and we know what's going to happen.
Sure.
So that's a very fun part of it at the beginning, is just being able to quantify it for people so they can tell the story in their organization.
I freaking love that.
And then the next,
There's a tension there between two different thoughts. It's a good tension, but it's healthy. There's the monitor over time that you just said,
Mhm.
which is awesome and important. There's more than 30 days to monitor things, folks.
Mhm.
Encourage you all to recognize, remember that our industry our habit is 30 days at a time, with 30-day cycle.
Mhm.
Right? Meaning that doesn't usually give us the time to recognize what is working, what's not sometimes. But at the same time, where I'm saying there's tension is that you can give the direction that they can make a change right now. It's effective and recognizable right now.
That's right.
Mhm.
How do you communicate that to your clients? That listen, there's going to be some right now results and some stuff you got to give time for, and then we're going to get you that information. How do you communicate that effectively to where they're like, okay, I get it, because again, I need to know how I'm going to sell more for right now. It's our business world.
I think the right now is, let's help you prioritize what's important in your CRM. And we're going to do that. We're going to prove what's important by what's the source, who are the people that are working it. Let's get that all aligned. That's going to be right. And then there's systems and processes that we're so darn busy, we can't like slow down, think for a moment. Hey, you got that lead in the wrong category and it's just causing a lot of noise. Let's get that over where it needs to be so you can prioritize the stuff that works well. And then let's set some objectives here that are real based on your data and see if we can move it up 1%, 2%, 3%. Yeah, and over time. Luckily, we haven't had a lot of those instances where people are like, I need to make money with it right now. I think luckily we've been working with people like Colby and people that are data curious and data advanced, and they're looking to the long term. I need a good, stable process of how to do this and measure myself. And so we haven't run into it yet, but sometimes we can help people save money right now based on what we're seeing in their CRM. That ain't working.
Right now.
Yeah, that ain't working.
Yeah,
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
And then, go ahead.
Jordan.
Action over here.
Yo, George and James, love what you guys are going, where you guys are going. Also, I can't wait to make a fake podcast of the fake podcast.
Oh.
Do it, Jordan. Do it.
Go.
Is
I
that,
love it.
is that an MC Escher of fake podcast? That'd be pretty awesome.
That's a smart
Yeah.
move, bro.
Yeah.
Jordan, let's
Come
keep
on,
the thing going.
great
Keep
idea.
the actions. And then one day when you're over 40,
Yeah.
you might be able to get on the.
That's right.
Jordan freaks us out because he comments on our podcast before they're like officially live. So he's got a ninja move about him where he
Yeah,
gets to
well,
see him
you
before they're
know,
out.
he,
Yeah,
I
he's
tell
on
you,
point.
Jordan is an advocate of good this industry. He's an advocate of the great of this industry, and he is one of the greats in this industry. Jordan, we thank you so much for joining us and for always being a fan of everybody doing great things. He's probably one of the biggest cheerleaders in this industry, man. We appreciate that, man. More than you know.
Thank you, Jordan.
Appreciate that. Want to touch something. You just help you unpack it a little bit for the audience that may not know what you meant by taking the lead out of the category that could be causing chaos.
Mhm.
That could be messing things up. Because I get it, because I see what you can do, and then saw some of the examples that you gave. For our listeners and understanding, a lead categorized wrong
Mhm.
will have us measuring improperly, and if one stone is off, the whole building is in danger, especially if it's a cornerstone.
So right.
piece. So we hope those listening, those watching, understand a little bit more about the categories and how it could really just change your entire approach
Yeah.
to what you do.
Let's break it down. Let's put some somewhat fake, but probably directionally correct numbers on it. Does that
Yeah.
sound good? Okay. So we've seen some stuff in CRM specifically where you will have like almost 20% of your opportunities, say, coming from KBB ICO, and you're putting that in the same bucket as all the people that are reaching out to you interested in buying a car. Those are two distinctly different profiles of people coming in,
Yep.
and how you want to talk to them is completely different. Right. The first thing we do is try to find those. So that's your classic easy example. If 20% of your opportunities are in your internet bucket and you're treating them like business rule wise the same as everybody that's looking to buy a car, that's a big problem.
Mhm.
The other ones that have a little bit more nuance to them are what our manufacturers send to us. So they have, build your own is a good lead. You want to follow up with that intently. And then some other things like equity kind of indicators or like service kind of contracts ending, those aren't buying intent. So you got to figure out like, how do we categorize that? How do we measure it properly? And then what can we do in the CRM to categorize that and prioritize which one's most important? So it's not the sexiest work overall, but man, it's pretty sexy when you're only following up with the things that are prioritized. So that makes your work life so much
I know
better.
that that's how I'd want my day to be set up. I want to know exactly why I'm calling somebody, why it's important, because I don't like to go into all calls cold. I want to go into calls extremely warm and hot. This way I can have a great conversation, get to the point way faster, and really, like you said, talk to them in the language that they need to be talked to, because that's a different lead in this type of lead.
Mhm.
Their motivations are different. Their timing is going to be different. What the information they need is going to be different.
And our
So I need to
expectations are different.
bingo.
Yeah.
Expectations are 100% different. Yes.
It also provides better experience to the customer, because
Bingo.
many of these manufacturers will send you financial services leads when a lease is expiring or something like that. And if it hits your normal internet bucket, you've got a specific set of business rules going to fire. You might get an automation from an artificial intelligence or an email,
Mhm.
and the customer didn't even take any action. They were chilling at home watching Netflix, but their lease is coming up, so the manufacturer sent you a notification. Now your system is reaching out to that customer saying, "Hey, thanks for your inquiry." And then they might be like, "Is somebody trying to steal my identity
Yep,
right now?"
that's
Who
exactly
knows?
right.
Who knows?
Already they're thinking that this is fake. This is not real. This is not even what I did.
And
100%.
it can cause negative sense. You might get a bad Google review,
Whatever
whatever
it
the
is.
case may be. But you have to think about those types of things
You're
and
right, George.
know how everything's firing and set different things up differently, because everything is a different source. We want people focusing on customer initiated requests when a customer found one of our cars on the digital channel or a phone and called, and that's where our salespeople should be putting their efforts.
Mhm. Love it, man. So on the money with that, and I appreciate you guys for unfolding that a little bit more so that our audience can get a little bit more deep in understanding the value of that and why it's important to do. I agree with everything that you guys are doing, as in I recommend them, man. These people, folks, if you guys need a quick demo, jump on it. It could change your life. It could do everything. If you don't have this type of information in your store, it's time to start doing so. The future, every dollar people are talking about, I'm going to put my money under a microscope and see where I'm spending it. This will help you do so. If you want to spend your money more efficiently, get with Hive. I'm telling you,
Because those over at Hive Analytics are
100% CGC approved.
Oh, wow.
That's right.
Damn. Are we the first? Like, what other classes in this? Like, I want to see. Yeah.
We're gonna put you guys heads up with the other one.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be
It just got
LinkedIn.
real.
All right.
But no, we appreciate you all so much, and I know that what you guys are doing. It takes a lot of work, and sometimes, like you said, people may not think it's the sexiest thing. But man, I tell you, if you get a demo and you see what it could do for you, I think you probably think it's pretty damn sexy. I'm telling you, I love making and saving money, and this is gonna help you do so. Folks, reach out to them. Seriously, make it happen, and it'll change everything for you. You'll have a good time. They're good peoples. If you like good peoples, talk to them
And they're
too.
funny.
Yeah, they're funny. They are.
Always makes it
In our
feel
own
better.
way. In our own way.
Yes.
Right.
So we want to do our thing.
Yeah,
are
oh, yeah,
inspired.
you guys had a
Yes.
Dude, they had a
We forget Focus Fly.
which we're
Yeah.
gonna do. But
Let's
you guys
unpack
got
that. Like, you guys didn't even give us a pre-shot warning in NADA. Like, all of a sudden we were doing stuff with our hands, and I'm probably looking awkward as shit. So we want to pay it back and
Okay,
give it
let's
to
do it.
you guys.
I
So
love being
okay.
awkward.
So the Hive, you ready, George? The
Ready.
Hive thing is, you gotta do it with me. You
Okay,
can't be
okay.
Okay, let's now.
All right, yeah,
Start
we're
like
good.
this.
Start like this.
Yeah, let's start like this. That's right.
You got it, George?
I got it. Ready? We do clean,
Clean,
aggregate,
aggregate,
visual.
visualize. So
That's Hive, baby.
clean,
Clean.
aggregate,
You
visualize.
got it. Yeah.
That's it.
Love it, y'all. Let's go and keep growing. Keep growing. I love it, man. That's amazing. That's
Man.
great. I love that you guys have your thing, folks. Have fun with it. I'm gonna tell you,
Yes.
we have hundreds of people do it. Thousands of people have done it all over this country. It's so much fun to get them off guard, to see them do all the different things. It's so important. But man, I love what you guys are doing. I love your energy, and I love that you guys don't take yourself so serious that you can't have fun. Right? That's an important
100%.
thing, because what we do is pretty damn serious work. But at the same time, if you're not having fun, it's not worth it.
Yeah, you're right.
That's right.
Right. Car guys and car gals, thank you so much for jumping in with us. We are ready to get clean, to aggregate, and then to visualize more over here at DC20. But until we do that again, we got a lot of flying that's going to happen. And to do that, we're going to forgive, we're going to focus, and we're going to fly together so we can keep growing. So help us out real quick. Hands on the shoulders. And on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Forgive. Focus.
Focus.
Fly. And keep growing. Keep growing.
Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in with us today. We still have more interviews coming over here at DC20.
Yeah, we do.
DriveCentric headquarters is still buzzing with a whole lot of just incredible information, incredible relationships that get built.
That's right.
You need to be here at the next one. Please make sure that you make the arrangements.
It'll be in about 3 months, y'all.
See you later, everybody.
Peace.